Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Jane and this is Overseas Nursing Bands. How are you today? Okay, today I'm just going to talk about something totally different about schools. So I made a post on my Facebook page, not my page, on my normal Facebook, my personal Facebook, about talking about how my daughter is in a private school. It was more of a Thanksgiving, 3 years running, and then she's been on scholarship, bursary. So I had some inbox messages asking me a question, and I thought, well, I'll do a video to expatiate on that, on the questions that I was asked. I will put that on my Facebook page so you can check what I wrote, and then yeah. But anyway, before we go into it, let's see, how are you doing? Yeah, are you all right, taking care of yourself, not too stressed by the new school term that just started? Take it easy, one day at a time. All right. So what happens is the school system here, so I'm just going to talk basically about the secondary school. So we have in the secondary school here in the UK, we have the comprehensive school, that's the government school. We have the grammar schools, and we have what we call the independent or public school, which is a private school in Nigeria. I don't know what other African country call it, but it's a public school here. It's like a private school, or you call it an independent school. So which means they are fee-paying schools. So when you go to comprehensive schools are free. You don't pay, it's government, you don't pay any fees. So within comprehensive school you could find academies. So this is an academy. I won't explain all of that, just so you know. Within comprehensive you have academies, you have free schools, something like that, in that direction. So that school, you don't need to write any exam to go in it. You don't need to, it's mostly based on catchment area. So every child obviously is entitled to free education. Should be so all over the world, but not so free anyway. But you get my drift. This comprehensive, you don't need to write exams, so you have to be living in certain area of certain miles of the catchment area to get into this schools. Then we now have the second one, the grammar school. So the grammar school are non-fee paying as well, but they are owned by the government. But the catch is that you have to write an exam to get into it. So this is a school for children that are academically also gifted, but cannot pay for an independent private public school, so to say, and say, oh, these children actually intelligent, they could do better. So if we give them a specialist education, this is still an issue of controversy, but I'm just saying how it is for now. That's the criteria for going into a grammar school. So you write this selective exam, so it's selective. You write these exams, and then if you pass, and then you're put into the school. There's so many grammar schools all around England, United Kingdom. Some areas have more grammar school than other areas. There's some counties that don't have grammar school. Yeah, sad though, So, but you can, that's where you write an exam to get into, but you're not going to pay any fees, because every fee is taken care of by the government. But you have to be smart, intelligent, and all of those good things. Write the exams, pass, get the required score to get into the school. And then we now come into the independent school, private school if you're Africa, makes you understand, or public school if you're in the United Kingdom, makes you get what is being said. So this school also are fee paying, they are selective. You have to write an exam, pass the exam, pass the interview, pass all the processes, and be given admission. It's a fee paying school. But the thing is, in the schools, you could get a bursary, you could get scholarships. Yeah. So scholarship in the sense what they're doing. When they say scholarship, it means maybe you're talented musically, in sports, or otherwise, so you get a fraction, you get a sports scholarship or a music scholarship in these schools. So you get some of those money taken off your school fees. They're quite expensive schools, and yeah, it's for the rich and the mighty. But people like us, their minimum wage earning, can go there with the help of bursaries and scholarships. So I've explained what scholarship is. And then bursary is they pay your fees. You don't need to be talented in music or sports or anything like that. It could be based on academic. Each school have a certain amount put aside because they're also children that are intelligent, that could do well in those schools, but they're from their social and economic background is not par with paying. Imagine paying £5,000 per term and for school fees. you know that's some other things that are being done. So there's a certain amount of money put aside to say, okay, we know this, we have to, in our community, if we find children that are talented, that are smart, sports wise, academic wise, or just that's what we have to give, and then we can select them. It is very highly, the bursaries and scholarship, especially the bursaries, is highly competitive, highly competitive, because it means you have to show your pay slip, like they will scrutinize, is mean tested. So most school averagely, I think if you're earning more than 80 to 85,000 per term, you do not qualify for this bus per year, per annum, sorry, not per term. Let me say that again. If you're earning 80 to 85,000 pounds per annum in a year, then you do not qualify for that bursary. So if you're earning less than that, you are qualified for the bursary. So what they will give the pens, they will check your income, they will check your everything, check everything, and it's means tested. So, and some schools do not consider your outgoings. They don't care how much your outgoing is, they only care how much your coming in is. That's what they check. While some also considered, okay, you're paying rent. When you pay rent, your bills, what happens? All the schools all differ what they're checking, and I guess some that do those check because they have so much application, so they have to be really strict on who they give it to. Like, okay, we've given it to this person, they deserve it or they don't deserve it, or whatever, or their hands are tied, they can only give to so many people. So one thing I want to point out again, usually the times for this, so for this, the exams usually towards the end of year when your child is in year 6. So the first term in year 6 is when they have this exam. So it starts from between, some schools start October, November, December, January are the times the exams are done for this independent schools. But for the grammar schools is usually in September, the first also in year 6, the first term in year 6. And then as well, but for the government school, the comprehensive school, you apply through your local authority. There's forms are sent out on the website, you apply through the website, and yeah, and you're located, you choose, you have choice of first choice, second choice, third choice. They try to give you the choices you want as much as they can, but sometimes if some school are highly oversubscribed and it's difficult, it's always a fight, really. It's a tense time for families. And one of the questions, so that's it. So independent school, grammar school, people always say, oh, if your child is talented, they're talented. I beg to differ a little on that. That's my personal opinion. That I think they should have a little more time to study, and because if their child isn't in a prep school, so a prep school is the primary school for this independent school. If your child is not from the prep school, then I think they should have a little, not too much tight lessons, just a few lessons here and there to help them, because some things that they do in that 11 plus is not taught in government schools. At least I know it's not taught in my child's schools. So you have to give them a little push, a little help there. And I want to say, don't make it look, it's a very worrying time for the child. Also, you don't want them to break down mentally. So I would say, don't push them too much. Take it at their own pace. Start early. Allow your children to play. Allow them to go out for their normal play, enjoy themselves, watch TV, and then have allocated time. You don't want them to have a nervous breakdown or anything like that. So that I would suggest that you make sure that my video is a bit dark, isn't it? Maybe it's the weather. Anyway, make sure that they enjoy themselves as well. Enjoy themselves, even if they get into a private school or they don't get it. It's not a do or die. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it's different. I won't, well, if you know me and we've talked about this, you know I'm very passionate about this topic. But I will just, for the sake of this video, if you have any more questions and more clarification, you can email me. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to stop it here and just let you know the difference, the times to get into the school, to time to pick up your forms, and a little bit. That's what I've just done. And I'm not an education expert or anything like that. I'm just talking from my own personal experience. I don't know, maybe if you're coming into the UK, so the place you're going to, especially for nurses, because this is a nursing YouTube, but especially for nurses, I know most of my audience are nurses, and you're coming into the UK as a foreign nurse and trying to say you have children or intend to have, or you have children, and you're wondering, I think I would suggest you move to areas that have grammar schools. Yeah, that's what I would suggest. Move to areas that have grammar schools, because then that you won't have a fight trying to get them into those schools. If your child is very good academically, then that's an easy route for you. All right, this video is getting too long. I'm going to stop here. Don't stop questions. I'm happy I'll answer. It takes me time, but I will answer. Maybe this is the September that I actually post video every week or twice a week. Who knows? Miracles happen. September miracle. But anyway, do have a lovely time. I hope you've enjoyed, and again, thank you everyone. Thank you for staying, and don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button, the bell, share. When I post, you'll get notification that I've posted. All right, thank you. Do have a lovely time. Bye. God bless.